Yes, honey.
As a leader, you have to be better than that.
Smacking the list. Another ghetto taster.
We don't all have the same point of view about everything necessarily, but we're respectful to each other, and that's all. I'm just being real. We all the dog. Greetings and welcome to Uncorked-N-Conversation. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Clink, 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 clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink,
clink.
clink. Red Solo cup.
You know you don't do that with wine, girl.
You do know that my name was on the calendar. The whole world celebrates
Oh my
me.
God.
Cheers. Welcome, everybody, to Uncorked-N-Conversation. It's your girl, Elle, and I'm here with April and Let. Hey, ladies.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Y'all know normally it's Wind Down Wednesday when we're doing this thing, and it's always 9 o'clock. Today is not Wind Down Wednesday, though. We're on a Thursday. Today,
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. So
And
happy.
also 420. Hey.
Yes, it is.
Hey.
Clink, clink, clink. Clink, clink to that. Yes, it is a good day. We are hyped. I do want to give a shout out to a fellow podcast team, Meet the Tylers podcast. We are going to be on there live a little bit later tonight. So we're just going to, we're going to do a little quick hit here and sip to 420. Can't wait for that. If you do not follow Meet the Tylers podcast, you can catch them wherever you get your podcasts. They have a new show about to launch on Roku TV, and we'll share more. Oh yeah, I'm so excited for them. We're going to share more about that. We don't want to spoil the surprise. We're going to let them share the name of their show and all of that at another time, but keep your eye out for them. You can follow them on Instagram at Meet the Tylers Podcast 2023. Cheers to them. Clink, clink, clink.
Cheers. Clink, 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 clink,
Clink, clink,
clink.
Yes, yes. And y'all know we always like to hype it up. I have to say, we're going to start this tonight off talking a little bit about what's going on in the news. It's been a harsh news week, ladies. It's been harsh. So we have some unfortunate stuff to start off talking about, but we're just going to jump right into it. Most of you have heard about Ralph Yarl. And for those who have not heard about Ralph Yarl, April, let you guys know all about this young man, the 16-year-old young man. He approached someone's home in error, thinking that he was going to, I think, a friend or a family member's godbrother, somebody's house. And it was the wrong house. And the homeowner shot him. Did not kill him, thankfully, but he did shoot him, and I think more than once, if I am not mistaken.
Twice.
I believe I read twice, yeah. From what I read in the story, shot him once and then stood over him and shot him again. I don't know if it was at his head, near his head, but again, yeah, it of course that rippled through everybody. I was so thankful that the young man did not pass away, and he's out of the hospital. He's home, recovering now. And it was just so devastating. We've been doing the whole say his name, although, he did live, but still, this was so outrageous to happen. And then lo and behold, guys, these additional instances that have been happening. There's a young lady who pulled into a driveway and just turned around. Now, I've done this many times where you just turn around in someone's driveway because you're past whatever house you're going to. And she was shot and killed by the homeowner.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Her name was Kaylin Gills. So we will say Ralph Yarl's name, and we will say Kaylin Gills' name, because how awful for her to go through that and for this to even happen. So yeah, ladies, what have you heard about this, and what are your thoughts?
I heard exactly about these two stories. First of all, I just want to do like a silent prayer, because this seems as though it's an epidemic. I know I said that before in other instances when it comes to Black Lives Matter, but the first story that you mentioned, I understand he rang the doorbell. He rang
Yes.
the doorbell to pick up his siblings or
His
what have
siblings,
you.
it says. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And I don't know where the threat was. I don't know what the intimate danger was for him to shoot him. I don't understand that. And even the second story you mentioned about the driveway, where's the threat that causes someone to shoot first? Find out
Right.
what happened later. You know,
Right.
it's stand your ground because there's no threat. I mean,
Right.
how are you defending yourself? You know, against what?
Right.
Stupidity? So we turn into the Wild Wild West. You know, these gun laws are free fall, and you can get your gun. In Florida, you don't even need a license to register your guns anymore. So everybody can have a gun. So if everybody have a gun, then I can shoot for whatever reason I feel like it because I'm feel like I want to shoot somebody for whatever
Right.
reason.
Paulette, you heard about these stories?
The young lady with the turning around, I have not. But the young man that was shot at the door, I think I totally 2000% agree with April on that. Where was the danger? Where was the
Right.
what did he rung the doorbell? He didn't just come up into your house or try to break into the house, you know. And what's been going on in your life that you feel like you could just someone comes to your door and you just start shooting? What's going on? You know, tell us what's going on. And then you're not in jail right now.
Right. He pled not guilty. Yeah. And he, although he's been charged, is this the man's name who did the shooting is Andrew Lester. Yeah. And he pled not guilty and he is not in jail right now. I guess he's out on bond. I'm trying to look and see what kind of bond he had, but he's 84 years old. And there was an interview today, and then I want to talk about another situation. And then I'll get back to the interview. There was an interview today with Andrew Lester's grandson, and there's some interesting things that he talked about in his interview. But in addition to Ralph Yarl, and I tried to look back because I wanted to see what cities these were in. So Ralph Yarl was in Kansas City.
Okay.
And Kaylin Gillis, and that Ralph Yarl was 16. Kaylin Gillis was in New York.
Yeah.
Hebron, New York. And there was a 65-year-old homeowner, Kevin Monahan, who killed her. Kaylin Gillis was 20 years old. And yes, she just pulled into the driveway on a Saturday night, assumedly to turn around. All she did was pull in the driveway. And the homeowner fired at least 2 shots at the vehicle, and Gillis was pronounced dead at the scene soon after officers arrived. So just absolutely horrific. But guys, I got some more horrifying stuff to share because it's happened again. Don't know if there were 2 Texas all-star cheerleaders shot in the parking lot after mistakenly trying to enter the wrong car.
I read that too. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I had not heard that one. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, she is also, I believe she's alive. I don't think that she was killed. But yeah, here it is. The cheerleader told KT, she lived. The cheerleader, it's Heather Roth and Peyton Washington were the cheerleaders' names. They were returning home from cheer practice with 2 other friends when the incident happened on this past Monday. Roth recalled that the incident happened after she got out of a friend's car and approached a vehicle that looked similar to hers and tried to open it, only to realize that there was a man in the passenger seat. She panicked and returned to her friend's car, which the man later approached. Roth said she rolled down her window to apologize to the man for mistakenly trying to get into his car when he pulled out a gun and began shooting at her car.
What the hell?
Wow, wow, West. Hey, Rita.
Hey, Rita.
Shoot now and ask questions later.
It's crazy. She right on it. You must have been
That's
eavesdropping.
what the police officers was taught in academy school. But now everybody just take that to heart and take it for themselves and just go ahead and handle the law themselves, and they're just going to start shooting and ask questions later. Are you serious? The young lady was trying to get in the car, thought it was her Uber driver, and got in the wrong car. And a person as a driver is happened to start firing shots. Didn't even
Crazy.
this question is like, oh, it been a mistake. Didn't even have enough time to say, oh, I got in the wrong car, my bad, I'm sorry. You
No.
can justify just start shooting off something before you even the person can just make not at least acknowledge. That's the part
Right.
people just don't think about. They don't think
Right.
about acknowledging, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a chance to do that before you start popping off.
Well, she
Right.
walked away from what Linda was saying.
Yeah.
She walked away.
She walked
And he
away
came
from the
towards her.
car and got back in her friend's car.
Right.
Okay, so the gentleman got out of his car and walked to the car that she was sitting in and started
ma'am.
shooting at her in the back seat.
Yes, ma'am.
Again,
Are you
where is
kidding me?
where is the immediate danger for you to
Right.
act?
She already walked away. No
Exactly.
danger.
So yeah.
Sarita
I
mentioned
want you
Sarita mentioned police officers, but even they have a protocol, right? They have to announce themselves.
yeah.
They have to say stop or I'll shoot, unless of course there's imminent danger. And I didn't hear it,
Right.
like you said, I didn't hear imminent danger in any of these situations. The only thing that could have even been possibly misconstrued as imminent danger with Kaylin Gillis is the fact that she was behind the wheel of a deadly weapon. I don't believe, though, that she was
That's a
using it as a deadly
But she
weapon.
wasn't
I don't-
using it
right.
as a deadly
She wasn't
weapon.
even given a chance to use it. Right,
No.
exactly. So
That's a stretch.
that would be a real reach. Exactly. Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, this is horrific, and I just don't. All I've been saying every time I hear one of these stories, what's really going on? What is this? What is happening?
Well, I think we live in a country of no accountability.
Oh, definitely.
The president, the ex-president, but the precedent has been set. There's no accountability.
Yeah.
Especially if you are a white male, what they call them, cis, the belief system that they have, as though they have the right to do however, whatever they want, whenever they want. Dang everybody else, everything else. So yeah,
It's very troubling.
Yeah.
I mean, I have turned around in somebody's driveway a million times. Just recently, I was leaving the theater and I did call an Uber. Y'all know I usually Uber from the theater, and the car across the street was the same color as what it said the Uber was. It was coming to get me, and it told me I had 0 minutes to wait for my Uber. So I'm thinking that they pulled up, and I went to get in these people's car. I had the door open and everything. Thankfully, these were people who had just sat in the audience and watched our performance. So they knew I wasn't trying to do anything. But what if they thought that, right?
yeah, right. Oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on?
Has to be something done, and there need to be some strict penalties for these people, even in the situation where people did not die. I'm so thankful that some of these people did not die. I'm very sad that Kaylin Gillis lost her life in such a ridiculous way. This is just crazy. Young life, absolutely. But something, I fear that they're not gonna, like, I believe that the prosecutor needs to go after attempted murder. Make it real. I'm sorry. You don't get to make that mistake. I understand there's stand your ground in certain cities and states. I don't know all the states that have stand your ground, but regardless of any of that, there's not a threat. And these people, and especially with Ralph Yarl being shot, and then the man standing over him and shooting him again.
That part, I didn't know about that.
He was already down.
Unbelievable. Oh my
What are you
gosh.
talking about?
Ralph Yarl, the 16-year-old in Kansas City
Yes, yes,
who was going to the
yes,
house for his siblings. Yeah, the man
yes.
shot him
Went to the
once,
wrong door. Right.
stood over him, and shot him again. So even if there had been a threat at the beginning, there was no threat. You're definitely not. Even police officers ain't supposed to stand over nobody and shoot them like that. Come on.
No.
Did somebody witness that he shot him and then came back? Did anybody know about that?
I mean, it's been reported. So I mean, and Ralph Yarl
Somebody.
lived.
oh,
I mean, he
it's
lived.
been reported. Oh,
The victim
Yeah.
lived. So
he
he
said
has
it himself.
eyewitness. Yeah, it happened to him. So yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things the prosecutor wanted to happen. He said, well, let's wait until Ralph Yarl is a little more healed before we start to question him and try to put a case together. Hold on, what you mean? What if this boy had died, God forbid? You couldn't wait then? Like, this is something has to happen to change this. Like, this is ridiculous.
The
Yeah,
only
what are they
thing I can
expecting
think,
because he's 80-something years old that maybe he gonna pass away before they go to trial or something? What? I mean, what are y'all trying to do? I mean,
That man
right.
got dementia.
It don't matter if
and
he
he
does.
very well could.
Yeah,
He very
because
well,
if
what is he
having
doing with weapons?
and having dementia,
which is mental health. Why someone with
Exactly.
mental health have guns in the house? If that's the
Exactly.
issue. But my thing is, it depends on the state. Are there trespassing laws that
Let
he's,
that old man go.
I can't think.
That-
I mean, perhaps there are, but I can't.
You know
think
what I'm
of him
saying?
being able to just
But what's
shoot folks
considered
outside the door.
trespassing if you walk up to a house and you ring the doorbell?
Exactly.
if
What
I
is a
don't know,
doorbell
but
for? You gotta
True.
get to the door to ring the bell.
true. But if he has signs that's posted,
And I think he
that
does.
says
I
no
think that's one
trespass,
of the points that was brought up.
there may be some laws that he may be protected as a homeowner. I'm just trying to figure out why this man not in jail. I'm not trying to
if
plead
it's
his
a stand
case.
if it's a stand your ground state, whether he has trespassing signs or not, the boy had to be trying to get in his house by ringing the doorbell. That was obviously not happening. And as far as trespassing signs, they very well may be there, but you have to determine, is that trespassing? Again,
Right.
trespassing
Exactly.
goes with the intention. And there could not have been an intention if he rang the doorbell. And I still don't think it gives you clearance to shoot nobody.
Mm-mm.
It still don't give him a right from that.
Absolutely not.
If you, yeah.
You saying that old man have a trespassing sign on his yard or something?
No.
I believe there may have been a trespassing sign, no trespassing sign somewhere on his property. There was a question about that thrown around in the discussion. And I think that's initially why he wasn't charged, but they still made the decision to go ahead and charge him and arrest him, even though he apparently got bond.
Get threat.
Huh?
I'm just saying, the older gentleman, he was not in the immediate threat.
No, I don't believe he was
Absolutely
either.
not. Absolutely not.
But see, even if you have a no trespassing sign in your yard, because people do, how is someone supposed to get to your door, ring your doorbell unless they come on your property?
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's family, this person thought that they were at the right house and they were at the wrong house.
That's what I'm saying.
He rung
Intention.
the doorbell. He did not try to kick the door in. So to me, trespassing is thrown out the window. Y'all searching for grapes, or unicorn, or I shouldn't say grapes.
But that's what the defense is going to. That's what the defense is going to try to do.
They've already started talking about it.
Oh, really? See, I didn't even know about that. I just thinking on the top of my head, like what direction that they will try to say that and why this man's not jail. That's the only thing I could think of. So, okay. Speaking of tragedies and children, y'all heard about the Sweet 16 party?
Yes, the prom.
It was a birthday party for a 16-year-old. It was.
Oh no, I didn't hear about this.
Oh my goodness! I
think I know what you're talking about, Linda. You're talking about the couple. Yeah.
Oh, real? Oh, this has been a tough week.
Yeah,
The
there was
one
a
I
young couple coming from the prom or going to the prom. It was actually
Coming from
two
a
couples in
thing.
the car, but the two that were in the front were killed in an accident with a truck.
But who was that by? Did they get killed by a drunk driver or something?
I don't know.
No one knows
I-
why they got killed. Nobody is saying nothing.
I can look it up real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know if
think
it's the drunk driver, Sarita. I do know that they were going to or coming from the prom and from the prom, and it was two couples in the car. The ones in the back had minor injuries, but the two in the front were killed.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they were in a
Okay.
Tesla.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
I haven't
I'm gonna
heard
take a
that.
look. I'm gonna take a look at it, y'all. While y'all were asking about that, I pulled up the "Can a doorbell ring justify a stand your ground shooting?" And the short answer is no. Nothing in the law allows someone to shoot first and ask questions later when someone innocently rings the doorbell.
That's
And that's
like,
on apnews.com.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that man, he going underneath the drum. I mean, he had no right.
Well, he ain't gonna
We
be there
hope.
long, baby.
Because he's gonna say he was threatened. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they may just put him in a home or something because he's 80-something years old. You know,
Yeah.
they'll put him in something, nursing something. I don't know.
It'd be a life part 2 for him.
The story I was referring to was it was a 16-year-old birthday party, and it was in a two teenagers. They found out it was two teenagers who did the shooting, but they shot up the party. 4 people died, 9 people got injured. And one of the girl's birthday party, her brother was one of the ones who got shot and killed.
Oh, wow.
These were seniors and juniors in high school. So it was about 30 people there all together. And these 2 other teenagers, I don't know how they got their hands on these weapons, but they did. And they shot into the party and they killed the birthday girl's brother, 3 other people, and 9 other people. This got to stop.
And these are young students too, got the holding guns, and they went into another student, juniors and seniors that they know possibly, right? And they shoot.
From what I understand, they were denied to get in the party. I didn't fully read it, but you know, how did they get their hands on these weapons? It should not be that.
That's the thing.
So yeah. This will cause people to drink.
I'm telling you what, for real, the state of the world. What we didn't talk about the concert. We went to the Temptations in Four Tops. Man, ball of confusion. Let me tell you, when the Temptations sang "Ball of Confusion," I was like, right, that is a relevant song. That song 50 years old, and it's still going on. Ball of confusion. That's what the world is today. I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It sure is still relevant, unfortunately.
Yep. Unfortunately, yep.
Something has to be done. I do want to mention the fact that the man Andrew Lester that shot Ralph Yarl. I mentioned that his grandson spoke today. I saw it on the Shade Room, and his grandson's probably 19 or 20 years old, and he said he's disgusted by what his grandfather did. He said his grandfather is a racist and has racist ideals. Yeah. So yeah. Perhaps that is the generation that is going to help put an end to this. Who knows? You know, the Gen Zers, they are definitely a much more eclectic generation. And when I say that, there's so many people now that are of mixed race, biracial, multiple ethnicities. It's pretty soon there's not going to be any black and white. I made the statement today, we all in a gang, because they make us all gangs. You look at the Bloods and the Crips, right? But then you look at Republicans and Democrats and how they work so hard to make sure you're on one side or the other. So we in a gang again, red or blue, Blood, Crip. Okay. And and see, here's the Gen Z generation that's going to come up and hopefully shake all of that up, because you can't just put them in classifications, right?
They don't like that. They don't even like their gender. They stripping that too.
Hey. They don't want to be in a gang.
Don't put me in a box.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm glad that his grandson spoke out. More needs to be said with regards to people, especially when they operate from a place of hate. I don't think we enforce our hate crime laws as much as we possibly could. They're put on the books to pacify Black and brown people, but I just don't think they're enforced enough because it's too easy to put doubt out there that something is a hate crime. You know, those that hate others by the color of their skin, I'm not going to argue with you. You can be racist all you want to be. I'm not going to fuss at you. I'm not even going to put you down because you hate yourself enough. Now let's see who speaks up. I love telling the racist people, you hate yourself enough, because what you're going to do, speak up and be like, I don't hate myself. Oh, you are racist. You can't even say, I don't think they hate themselves, because how you know? So the world, you know, I believe the guard is changing. It's not changing fast enough. We may or may not see it in our lifetime. I'm going to say I'm going to see it in my lifetime. I'm going to try to live to be 100, 120, 130, something like that. But drinking wine.
Girls.
Drinking wine. Yeah, we're going to be
drinking wine.
We heads.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, so something has to be done more than just thoughts and prayers on social media. We're going to talk about it as much as we can. We're going to put it out there. We're going to ask you guys to chime in as well on what you think could be a resolution. You'll have a chance to answer that when you listen to us on Spotify. So we'll put some questions out there for you. And one more quick thing I'm going to pop into, y'all, and then we're going to pop off of here because we're about, well, I don't want to say pop off because I don't like the whole gun thing. But I'm going to real quick talk about Jonathan Majors. We'll get a chance to talk about him again because that's an ongoing story. Don't know if you guys have heard Jonathan Majors from Creed 3, actor, was arrested for domestic violence against his girlfriend. And then there was a word released from his lawyers that said that there is video evidence completely exonerating him that will be released soon.
Yeah.
And
there's also been text messages too that they've already put out. And
they mentioned that there were text messages, and now they have, as Paulette said, put them out.
Yeah.
Here's the rub. Here's the rub. The text messages don't bode well for him. It based on the text messages, something obviously happened. Again, we're not going to know guilt or innocence because we're innocent till proven guilty. But the gist of it is,
not unless you're Black.
Well, the justice system says innocent till proven guilty. Only reason I don't want to bring race into it for this one is because, I mean, it don't matter what color you are. If you did it, you did it. And if you don't want to be treated unjustly, don't do it. Don't put your hands on your girl or nobody else. You're not allowed to put your hands on people. Apparently, there is evidence he did put his hands on her. There's some question as to whether it was strangulation or not. She did have bruises and enough physical evidence for the police to charge him. The additional rub is that, and like happens so often, there are stories that have been erupting since his lawyer said, well, there's video evidence that that's going to exonerate him. Oh, let me say this. The lawyer has never released the video evidence. Because my thing is, how can it exonerate him? How can you prove a negative, right? Unless you're right in the car with it didn't make sense. So according to the young lady, there was bruising that was done, but she blamed herself for trying to grab his phone. And she apologizes to him, saying, I never should have grabbed the phone. I'm hoping that your group can make sure you have the best people in the business. Hopefully they can make this go away. Like I said, it didn't bode well for him. Again, we'll find out when he has his court date in May. But the video evidence was never released. And the stories that are coming up from the actor community in New York and from Yale University, the actor and director groups in New York. There's some directors who have worked with him that said he's violent and emotionally abusive and have seen him in rare form. And apparently he was also, there's rumor of his domestic violence past at Yale when he was there. And people have, I know, and people have mentioned these things. A couple of directors made tweets. They did take them down, but one of them in particular, I can't remember the man's name. I want to say his last name was Nikolai. Can't remember though. I don't want to put him out there, but he did put up a tweet and took it down. You can find it if you Google him. But he said that people didn't want to speak up because this man's star has been rising, and they felt like they would be canceled. And the friends that they know of firsthand that experienced abuse at his hands or at his temper when it wasn't his hands, when it was emotional, don't want their names out there.
Yeah, want nothing to do with it. People be like, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Ain't my business. Leave me out.
I'll say this. We don't know. I mean, only those two know what happened. Evidence, we'll read through one way or the other. I hope that if he did not do it, that he is 100% exonerated and that the woman is held accountable for filing a false report, because that cannot happen. If he did do it, I hope they deal with him accordingly.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know this actor. I don't think I've seen any of the movies or the shows that he acted in. But he did any of those things, if it's true, I will continue not watching him. I don't know that man. I don't know that man.
You can't support somebody that's been abusive.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. That's.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So more to come. Like I said, his court date is in May.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait before I comment.
Yeah,
Because because how I feel about the media and how they twist things around, and sometimes people twist it. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully justice is served. Whatever justice is, I hope that it is served.
Yeah.
It sounds like another Amber and Johnny to me.
I don't think there's anything out there could be that crazy. That was just, I can't even get that time back. But you know what I would like to do, if it's possible? Do we have any trivia?
Yeah.
Some trivia.
It's 420, right?
Yeah.
So before we do trivia, I want to know, how did you guys spend your 420 today? What did you do? What was exciting?
Blowing trees.
Okay, well, I was off today from both of my jobs. I did nothing except for my hair. That's it. Nothing. That's what I wanted to do.
What say you, Sarita? What did you do today on 420?
For me? You
Yeah.
really want to know?
You really want to know?
Well, 420 is the first day of Taurus.
It is it? Oh, I thought it was the 23rd. My bad, it's the 20th. That's right.
That's what I did.
It is
the first day of Taurus
season.
Taurus season, honey. And then I took me a little man James for a little bit. Got
All
two
right.
pounds. That's early this morning, and went on about my way.
And you're gonna puff some more tonight, right?
Oh yeah,
no, I am.
Yeah, definitely. Before I go to bed, I will do that again to celebrate the last couple of minutes. Or it's 9:20 something now, but celebrate the last moments of 420, and just pretty much relax, eat some dinner, and watch some TV.
Amen.
Okay. Well, I didn't do anything for 420, being that this is the first day of tourist season. But it never minds, because it's April. It's 30 days in April. So
you think this is our whole month?
Yeah, I know what it is. Today's my day, your day. We together.
Wow.
Thursday.
Isn't that special?
Yeah.
You know what she did? This
What?
heifer got enough to come on my post and stamp an Aries symbol
She
on
sure
my
did.
post.
She had a nerve. You should have
The
banned
shade
her.
of it all.
Yeah, hey, today is the first day of the Taurus
Taurus
season.
season.
Taurus, where you at?
Hey,
You know,
hey,
shout
hey,
out roll call. She
hey.
made a roll call. She made a notice to herself, like Aries. Just my Aries up there. My page. You already had a birthday.
Yeah,
BB,
go away.
You already had a birthday. This is Taurus.
Yeah,
Our time now.
that's
You already
right.
had your
Ours is
time.
coming up.
It's our
ours.
time now.
Now, what?
I hope the our audience see and hear that I'm verbally being beat up right now.
Yes, you are. Because you're a bully about the whole month. You try to take the whole month.
Yeah. Shoot.
How much the month was given to me.
It was not just given to you. It was given to me too. And Rita too.
It put my name on it for 30 days. It put my
Oh my
name on
God.
They put her name on the month. Not she was named after the month. They put her name on the
it. My
month.
name was put on the month. Everybody celebrates 30 days in April. Speaking of 20 days of April,
Ugh.
and from what I understand, it's the first day of tourist season.
Yeah.
It's
Can't-
Taurus season, baby. Boo. Thing come
They're
out your
excited.
nose.
They're
Boo.
excited because Sarita and Paulette's birthday is Paulette's is Saturday
That's
and
right.
Sarita is next Thursday.
That's right.
Yay!
Yes.
Clink, 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 clink. Happy birthday!
Yeah, we could have all been in April if it wasn't for one December person. Ah.
Mhm.
Y'all gonna have to give me an honorary April birthday. We'll figure that out.
So what you got plans for Miss?
I want to be an
Paulette?
Aries though.
Yeah.
I want to be an Aries.
Come on,
We're not
with it.
giving you an April birthday then.
I'm gonna
Well,
give you the
Miss
Aries
Sarita-
sign. Hold on. See that?
Oh Lord.
Aries. That's our sign.
Aries.
Whatever.
Oh,
Just stop,
more
Linda.
like it's a
Stop.
ram, right? Or you a goat? Which one is it?
Ram. Is it a ram?
This is a
Ram.
ram or a
Oh,
goat?
it's a
Hold on,
goat.
go.
I don't know. I thought it was a goat. Hold on.
She called her
Hold
goat.
on.
It is. Does that mean the goat? Like the greatest of all time?
Oh no, that's not the goat she was talking about though.
I have left the building.
You better come on back in here, girl. Come on
Ram.
back.
It's listed as a
Before
ram.
she even
Okay.
say something, she got clipped off. God probably said,
I think my
No.
son is a goat.
What is your sign?
Sagittarius is a goat.
Oh. Sorry.
She's a
It
goat.
is.
Okay, I'm back.
The greatest. But anyway, what we got? Paulette said
Yeah, okay, let's do some 420 trivia.
Yes, let's do
Ooh,
that.
my favorite.
Okay, first of all, let's start with a little political. Political, I got little subtitles to these trivia. So politically, which U.S. president said, when I was a kid, I inhaled frequently? That was the point. Was it Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, George Bush, or Barack Obama?
Clinton.
B.
Clinton too. I picked Clinton
Clinton.
too.
Two Clintons and one Barack.
Two Clinton.
I thought she said
and one
Clinton.
Barack.
She said Barack.
Okay. Ding, ding, ding. It's Barack Obama.
Oh, that's right. Did Bill Clinton say he didn't inhale? I can't remember.
Well, no. Note, Bill Clinton said he admitted smoking marijuana when he was a student at Oxford, but continued to say that he didn't like it and he did not inhale. There you go.
Oh,
That's
okay.
okay. He did not inhale. Okay. He did not inhale, and he did not have sexual intercourse with that woman.
Right. Both and.
But he didn't.
I mean,
So,
he didn't.
Barack Obama inhaled. What was he doing? Smoking cigarettes thing when he was a teenager?
No,
He was smoking trees.
Really.
Oh, he was smoking trees.
He said that was the point.
Right?
Oh, so the right answer was Barack Obama.
Yes, you got
Yes.
it right.
You got it right.
That's Paul. I mean, that's not pros.
Okay, next question. Next question.
Number two. Okay. Number 2. In 2012, there were amendments that were passed in 2 U.S. states to legalize recreational marijuana. Washington State was one. What was the other? Was it Utah, California, Colorado, or Oregon?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Paulette says Colorado. Rita says Colorado. You said what, Linda?
California.
California. Although it starts with the letter C, it is Colorado.
Okay, all right. Good job.
Colorado. All right, so let's move on to religion in 420. He causes the grass for the cattle and herb for the service of man. Psalms 104:14 is a biblical passage used as the cornerstone of which religion known for marijuana consumption? Is it Islam, Buddhism, Scientology, or Rastafari?
Rastafari.
Rastafari, baby.
Yeah, everybody should get that one. Everybody should get that one. Marijuana is used in Rastafari in reasoning sessions, communal meetings involving meditation, as it assists with the heightened feelings of community. It helps produce visions of religious and calming essence, otherwise known as wisdom weed and holy herb.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so which ancient Nubian kingdom shares the name of a variety of cannabis indica? Is it Sudan, Kush, Hindu, or Islam?
Kush.
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 Kush, 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 Kush. Give me the Kush. Give me the Kush, Kush.
Kush. Kush. Give me some Kush. Give me Kush. Kush.
So let's move on to something a little bit more social. What slang term for marijuana is also the name of a style of a woman's shoe that has a strap that goes across the top of the foot? Is it loafers, Mary Jane, Buster Brown, or Ouija's, or we call it wedges?
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
I'm in love with Mary Jane.
It makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing.
When you growing up in those songs, did y'all knew what he was talking about?
Nope.
No, it was at his
no
concert.
idea.
He showed us what he was talking about.
I didn't.
I still didn't know. I was there at the concert when he had the big old marijuanas on both ends of the stage burning them, and I still didn't know what he was talking about.
I thought that was like, I thought it was decorations or
Did our
something.
parents know what he was talking
yes.
about?
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure
knew.
that, yeah. I know my dad did. My mom probably didn't, but my dad sure did.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. We're going to hop over to Instagram Live. Don't forget to catch us on social media. If you're not already following us, what are you thinking about? On Facebook, Uncorked-N-Conversation Podcast. TikTok, LinkedIn, all that good stuff, and Instagram, Uncorked-N-Convo Pod. Until next time, if you can't have the wine you love the wine you wish.
Cheers! Clink, clink, clink.
Thank you for
Cheers.
listening
Clink,
to
clink.
Uncorked-N-Conversation. This podcast is co-hosted by Linda White, April N. Brown, Paulette Irvy, and Sarita Bostic. It is produced and edited by April N. Brown. The music is by Ben Sound.